Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 2 decades has been worth the wait. 8 races, 8 track records, and on top of that, 3 more golds by Wisconsin native Jordan Stolz, cementing himself as the best skater in the world. Today we'll see Stolz at his home ice one more time, part of a 7-event World Cup capstone right here in Milwaukee. From the Pettit National Ice Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's the 4th stop on the ISU Speed Skating World Cup circuit. Whether you're watching in the U.S. or around the world, welcome to World Cup Milwaukee. Patrick Keene is with you. Schedule is full today on the final day here in Milwaukee. And we will open things up with the team pursuit. We'll have the second racing of the 500-meter. The women's and men's mass starts, and we'll close things down with the second running this season of the mixed relay. And there is Jordan Stolz, the man not just of the hour, not just the man of the season, the man of the sports. And there the Team Japan getting ready for the team pursuit. And there are some of the legends here in Milwaukee. Bonnie Blair, one of the all-time great American skaters, is here. And we'll see a lot of fantastic racing over the course of the day. Again, we'll see Stolz one more time. He'll try to make it 4 for 4 yet again. We'll see him in the 500-meter. Technically, he has won 18 straight World Cup events. There's a 5,000-meter that he uncharacteristically raced last year that he did not win, but in these 500 to 1,000 to 1,500-meter races, he's won 22 in a row dating to December of 2023. So he's undefeated better than he is, having fun with some competitors we will see on this Milwaukee, Wisconsin ice. Temperature 42 degrees. The ice, that's Celsius. The ice temperature is going to be in Fahrenheit terms in between that 16 to 18 degree mark. As we take one more look inside the Pettit National Ice Center, open for better than 3 decades. 6th oldest indoor 400-meter oval in the world, and expected to be a sellout crowd one more time here in Milwaukee. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed our broadcast over the course of the last couple of weekends. Calgary last week, Milwaukee this week. A couple of weeks off before the World Cup season resumes in Europe coming up in the middle of the month. So we'll get to the women's team pursuit first. They had the B running of the women's team pursuit earlier today. Italy claimed that. So here on the women's side, we will see the top-ranked squad from the Netherlands. They will be in the second pair opposite of Germany. The United States and Japan will be in pair 3. Again, this is the second running of the course of this World Cup campaign for the team pursuits. The Dutch won in Nagano. Japan finished second, the U.S. third. China was 5th in that event. There's a look at Team China. Yang, Jin, and Adake will be out there for China. And the veteran Canadians, you see the tall Canadian in the yellow armband. That is Isabel Weideman. Her brother won the B division of the men's mass start just about an hour ago. We will see Jake coming up a little bit later here for Team Canada. And we're moments away from getting underway. A look at the Dutch side, the favorites here in the women's team pursuit. So glad you're with us. Big crowd and a lot of energy here on the ice. And there's a look at the Chinese skaters in the yellow armband. That is Adaki. And the red armband is Yang Binyu and Jinwen Jing in the red armband. Those are the 3 we will see on the ice for China. And a look at Team Canada. World champion a couple of years ago. And the Olympic champions in Beijing. The familiar 3, Weideman, Blondine, and Malte. Malte in the white armband. Blondine in the center of your screen in the red. And Weideman, can't lose track of her. Well over 6 feet tall in the yellow armband. 6 laps. Canada, China in the first of 3 pairings. So away we go on day 3 in Milwaukee. And we'll see how the Canadians will sort things out. Weideman will be the trailer here for Canada. Leading the way is Valerie Malte in the white armband for Team Canada. China opens up in 1895. Again, there's only one other team pursuit so far in this World Cup campaign. That was back in Nagano, the opening weekend of the World Cup season. But the teams that have typically been at or on top of the podiums, Canada, the Netherlands, and Japan. And the United States have had some good showings as well. World bronze, Olympic bronze. Olympic bronze in Pyeongchang, world bronze a couple of years ago in 23. Tightly tethered. Team China. Yang Binyu opening things up. 4 laps to go. China a solid second and a quarter over Team Canada. And now it's Blondine in the red leading the way. Weideman in the middle for Team Canada. Malte right now at the back of the pack. Some teams will opt to kind of swap positions over the course of this race. Others will not. Canada is one of those teams that will. Weideman right now in the middle. 3 laps to go. China still a couple of seconds on top of Canada. See all these athletes kind of reaching back with one of their hands as they serpentine across the ice, making sure they're all connected and drafting and tight. And that footwork right now perfect for Team Canada. Still a couple of seconds behind China, however, 2.09 with 2 laps to go. And now it's Malte leading the 3 for Canada. Now they switch it off to Weideman. Canada inside 2 seconds with about a lap and a quarter to go. I think we'll see the Dutch and Germany in the second pair, the U.S. and Japan in the third. China hears the bell, still comfortably on top of Canada by 1 2/3 seconds. Yang Binyu at the head of the pack for China. There she is, coming around the last corner. China's lead being cut into by Canada. And here they come down the home straight. They will fan out across the ice. The clock stops when the third skater crosses that blue start-finish line. And China 2:59.08. Best Canada by a little more than a second. And the look on the faces of the Chinese skaters, very pleased to go sub 3 minutes. China, no major podiums over the last couple of world cycles or the last 2 Olympic Games. Solid time here. Now we get to the Dutch and Germany here in the second pair. Grunewold, Ritman de Jong, and Bona. And Germany. You see the individual introductions for the Dutch. Bona claimed the 1,500 meter gold and then bronze in the 3K. There are the 3 from Germany. Leah Sophie Scholz, Josephine Schlorb, and Jose Hoffman. Schlorb in the red armband is 21. She will be one of the 2 youngest competitors on the ice here in the women's team pursuits. Red. So 2:59.08, the lead time through the opening pair, held by China. And now it is the Dutch, the reigning world champs. And the Olympic bronze medalists in Beijing. Off they go. Germany has the 25-year-old Scholz leading the peloton. And the Dutch go out in 1887. Been an impressive weekend here in Milwaukee for the Dutch men and women. Femke Kok, just after taking the first half of the World Cup season off, won another 500. De Jong was on the podium in the 1,000. Boone claimed gold in the 1,500, bronze in the 3K. Getting to Bo, again close against Jordan Stolz, finishing runner-up to him in both the 500 and the 1,000 kill. Now on the podium, Snelling in the 5K. And now they try to get to the podium and maybe the top here of the team pursuits. And the Dutch off to a flying start. $13.84 on that half lap for the Dutch. Boone brings him across the line at $13.99. 3 laps to go. The Dutch right now better than a second ahead of the pace set by China. De Jong in the middle. Groenewald to the back. Straight on look at Team Netherlands. Building the lead, almost a couple of seconds up. Germany right now only ahead of Canada at this stage. There's a look at the German side. Schultz at the front. And the Dutch go 14:28. Now 2 laps to go. Still building time. The U.S. and Japan will be in the third and final pair in the team pursuit. Dutch won the event in Nagano back in November with a 2:56.80. They are tracking toward that number here today in Milwaukee. 2:25.11 bell lap for the Dutch. Germany well off the pace, almost 4 seconds behind their pair mates. So here come the Netherlands around the final corner. Boone in the white. They will now spread out. De Jong, Groenewald. And to the line in 2:54.27. That's 2.5 seconds faster than their goal in Nagano. 2:54.27 for the Dutch. Germany finishes 2:59.44. That is just outside of China by about a half second. So that will put Germany in third position with 1 pair to go, but that includes the second and third ranked teams in the world. A stellar weekend for the Netherlands. Looks to continue through the first event on our final day. Out of the final pair, we'll see Team USA and Japan. We will not see Brittany Bowe in the 500 meters, so she's on the ice for the final time in Milwaukee. Brittany Bowe in the white armband. Greta Myers, we'll see her in the mass start coming up later on. Myers won it last week in Calgary. Manganello in the red for the U.S. There's Team Japan. In the white is Takagi, who claimed another gold in the 1,000 this week in Milwaukee. Horikawa and Sato are the others for Team Japan. Well, Japan, of all of the teams that are really in contention this week in Milwaukee, they are the only country that has been on the last 2 Olympic podiums and the last 2 world podiums, the women's team pursuit. Last couple of worlds at bronze last year, silver in 23. They took silver in Beijing, and they won Olympic gold in Pyeongchang in 2018. So they've been consistently at or near the top. Team USA will get a boost from the energy of the crowd. Japan goes out in 32:46. That's fastest by about 0.2. Brittany Bowe at the front right now for Team USA. Manganello in the middle, and Greta Myers at the back of the pack. Japan Still looking very tight, close race so far. 7/100 separate the U.S. and Japan. Still outside the pace, though, set by the Dutch. But they're close, in range. See how the back half of this race plays out. So coming up on 3 laps to go, the United States is edging out ahead of Japan. Team USA right now second position, 3/10 off the Dutch's time. Brittany Bowe is still leading the way for the U.S. Manganella behind her, and then Myers. Japan will try to make up a little bit of time here. USA still on top, but bleeding a little bit of time to the Dutch. 2 laps left. And the U.S. passed by Japan on that last lap. So Japan into second position. Well, Brittany Bowe clearly is known for her ability in the 1500s and the thousands. And out front it's Takagi leading the way for Japan. These are 2 of the excellent 1,000 and 1,500 meter skaters leading the way. There's a look at Takagi in the whites. And it is Japan on top. We're into the final lap. Both teams falling further away from the Dutch, but trying to hold on the podium. Final back straightaway for Japan and the United States. Here comes Japan. Still about a second off, and the U.S. slipping. And hoping for a podium, and the U.S. kind of losing its connectivity. Here comes Japan. Final corner. Takagi, Horikawa, Sato. 2:54.27 the Dutch time, and Japan is in for second, and the United States, we'll see if they will get up for bronze. 2:57.02, but it is the Netherlands for the second time this World Cup season claiming team pursuit gold. Japan second, and the U.S. unofficially finishing third. That's how the final day in Milwaukee begins. Gold again for the Dutch. So 2:54.27 for Netherlands. And their bountiful weekend in Milwaukee continues. And there are the winners. Bula, Ripley Young, Rullavood. Team USA will be on the podium. Bowe, Manganello, and Myers will claim bronze. Hard to find an empty seat in the house here at the Pettit National Ice Center. So the final results from women's team pursuit: the Netherlands, a comfortable win by over a second and a half over Japan. USA finishing third. And China, Germany, Canada a disappointing 6th. Seven events. First of the 7 in the books here in Milwaukee. 6 more to go. Men's team pursuit is coming up next. They will resurface the ice and get ready for that. And there the look of the gold medalists getting ready for some mixed zone media coverage. And the updated women's team pursuit standings. And we've only seen 2 team pursuits so far in the World Cup. The Netherlands now has swept them both. Japan and USA, second and third in their world rankings. So we are underway in Milwaukee. The Dutch claim the women's team pursuit. We'll come back in a few moments. Team pursuit on the men's side. We'll see the Netherlands. We will see the USA. We will see top-ranked Italy and more when we return to the Pettit National Ice Center in Milwaukee. Stay tuned. Second event of this final day in Milwaukee is the men's team pursuit. We'll see the two-time reigning Olympic champion Norwegian side coming up in the second pair. There's a look at the World Cup standings so far. Belgium, France, that includes World Cup points from the B division earlier today. And there are the 6 squads who will fight it out here for World Cup gold. Canada and the Netherlands. Norway right now the third-ranked team in the world. And the U.S. and Italy. Italy claimed the team pursuit in Nagano. U.S. finished second. Norway third. Norway has been kind of the force in this event over time. Silver at the Worlds last year behind the Italians, but again winning in Beijing, winning in Pyeongchang. We'll see Eitram, Konsog, and Uliclev for Norway in the second pair. There's a look at Team Canada. A little more taping right there on Bard Horf. And we'll be ready to go. Jake Weideman there in the white armband for Team Canada. He won the B division of the mass start about an hour ago. And you can see he has similar size of his sister Isabel, who we just saw finished 6th on the women's side of the team pursuit. And there's the look at the 3 Canadians. Weideman, Tedjan Blumen, Connor Howe in the red. And there are the Dutch. Snellick, Woolworth, Huizinga. Those are the 3 for the Dutch. World champions a couple of years ago, but only Snellick was part of that squad. Snellick in the red. Six laps for the women, 8 for the men in the team pursuits, and away we go in the first of 3 pairs. And Canada will send a Weideman to the front. The Dutch will start off with Chris Huizinga. So 8 laps for the men. All 3 skaters need to finish. Team is disqualified if you lose a skater along these 8 laps. Norway and Japan next, and then USA and Italy in the final pair. World Cup events in Heerenveen, and then on to World Championships. Look at the Dutch, early leaders in this pair. Canada losing connection just a tad. 13:21 a half lap for the Dutch, 13:4 for Canada. The Canadians look a little bit more in sync, still losing some time every half lap to the Dutch. 13:28, Canada loses about 4/10. Canada, the world bronze last year, world silver 2 years ago, but off the Olympic podium the last couple of cycles. See the hand of Snellick right on the hip of Huizinga. Canada loses 3 more tenths on that half lap. A couple of seconds behind the Dutch. Now the Dutch strain off a little bit in the back. That's Woolworth. Now the Dutch getting back into sync. Couple laps to go. Almost a 3-second lead for the Netherlands. Lap and a half to come. A little grimacing in the back by Hoorf. See, Woolworth will be one of the favorites in the mass start coming up later on today. So there is the bell. The Dutch sitting 3:12 low. Canada 3.5 seconds off. The clock will stop when Woolworth in the yellow crosses the line. Trying to get up tight against Snelling. And the Dutch coming around this back straight. And they will cross at 3:39.92. The team pursuit in Nagano back in November, Italy was 3:39.82 to win gold. But again, we saw on the women's side, the Dutch went about 4 seconds faster than the winning time in Nagano. So we'll see if it might take maybe a 3:35, 3:36 in that range here today. The 3:39.92 for the Netherlands. Most of that race, it was Woolworth just kind of scrambling to stick 3:44.34, so almost 4.5 seconds behind. And now to the two-time defending Olympic champions from Norway, Sander Eitrim, Peter Kongshaug, and Christian Gama Ulakliv. Those are the three. Here is Japan, Ichinohe, Tsuchiya, and Sasaki.
Go to the start.
Rare false starts in the team pursuit. The Norwegians heard the second gun. The Japanese did not. They were still firing ahead, so they fired off a second notice. Shohei Nozaki, our referee, and Blair Toblin of Canada is our starter. And ready for the restart.
Norway. Go to the start.
Little extra hesitation by both sides there with the false start. And a fair start now. Norway will have Sander Eitrim out front in the white armband. That's Ichinohe for Japan. Sasaki in the yellow at the back for Japan. We will see him suit up in the mass start coming up later on today. That will be our next to last event in Milwaukee. The world champion, or Olympic champion Norwegians in Pyeongchang and in Beijing. Silver at the Worlds last year. Eitrim and Kongshaug are part of that squad along with Pedersen. As the third here in Milwaukee as part of this team pursuit side. We'll check the splits. Slightly off the number put down by the Netherlands by 2/100 to 13:13 half lap though for the Norwegians. And now it is Norway in the lead in this pair. Another third of a second they pick up on Japan. 5 laps left. Norway up about a half second on. 4 laps to go. Norway still building on its lead on Japan in this pair. We'll see the U.S. and Italy next. Third and final pair of the team pursuit. Norway is still chasing the Dutch's time. More than halfway through this race. Eitren bringing his squad across with 3 laps to go. (13.47) there for Norway. It's right around what the Dutch were at this stage. They are off the number. And now they've just gone ahead with a couple laps to go. 13.34, 2 laps to go. Now the Dutch closed 13.7, 13.8, 13.8, 13.9, and Norway does pick up more time, and they're in front by more than a third of a second. And trying to stay together. Final lap. They add more time to their lead. Norway a half second up on the Dutch, and there we see the back for Norway in the yellow. That's Uleklev. So trying to get back up with his teammates. Half lap to go. And here comes Norway. 3:39.92 the time by the Dutch. Norway, oh, but Uleklev falling back. This is trouble now for Norway. Will it be costly? Oh, no, they still get there, barely. Rishnagama Uleklev in the yellow, he was really laboring. He lost touch with his teammates and nearly cost Norway the lead after 2 pairs, but it is not a big lead. 3:39.73, so by 1900s, Norway on top. Yeah, Uleklev was really fighting himself most of that race. And there you see the far back of your screen. A little exhale there by Uleklev. Thank goodness I got there. He is sitting down right there. He's gassed, right? Pat on the back. You got the job done. It wasn't pretty. But again, that's lost time now as the top 2 ranked team pursuits take the ice for the final pair. Team USA, Olympic bronze medalist in Beijing, Casey Dawson, Emery Lehman, Ethan Sepperin was a reserve on the team pursuit team, and here they are, standing ovation. And Italy on the other side. Davide Giotto in the white armband set the world record of the 10K last week in Calgary. Alfati in the red, Giovannini in the yellow. We'll see Giovannini along with Sepperin in the mass start for the U.S. and Italy. Well, it took Norway a little bit of time, really about halfway through the race, to ramp up the speed. And they took care of business over the final 4 laps of this race to grab the lead from the Dutch. And here we are, final pair. Team USA and Italy. It was the Italians that took gold in Nagano. USA finished second. Teams are identical to the World Cup stop in Japan to begin the year. And there's a look at the USA's Casey Dawson leading the way. He's had a terrific run these last couple of weeks in Calgary and here in Milwaukee. And Giotto for Italy will direct the traffic for the Italians. Malfatti and then Giovannini. A lot of confidence from this Team USA squad. It's a pretty young team. Dawson, Sepperin, about 24, but these guys have been racing together for several years and in very good concert. You can see almost no movement at all between those 3 American skaters in the U.S. right now, out very, very fast at 12:85. One of the fastest half laps we've seen in the competition. Boy, they are right in stride, are they not? Another sub-13 half lap for the Americans. Almost a second in front of the Dutch time at this stage. 5 laps to go, and it is still the United States up by a little more than a second for the first time. And the U.S. still rolling. Dawson, Lehman, Separan have the world record in this event, 3:33.66. That they set last year, and they are tracking. Dawson has been, and Lehman, they've been part of 2 world record team pursuit times for the U.S., but the current world record belongs to the United States. 2:02.92, the U.S. in firm command here. 3 laps to come, and the United States a second and a half to the good. And if things stick together for the United States, they'll be on top of the podium here in Milwaukee. Second and a half lead for Team USA. Here comes Dawson, Separan, and Lehman. And they look awfully good. 2 laps left. Still a second and a third in the lead. Right hands on the lower backs of the skaters in front. And the U.S., unlike what we saw with the Norwegians a little bit ago, not losing touch with their team. The U.S. about to hear the bell. And they look sharp. Still more than a second lead for Team USA. Dawson, Separan, Lehman. Final back straight for the United States. And they are in sync. Still better than a second in front. A look at the Italians trying to find a podium. And here come the Americans down the home straight, looking to take World Cup gold on their home ice, and they will. 3:38.19. The United States wins World Cup gold in Milwaukee. Italy up for second. That'll push Norway to third. And on home ice, the United States does it. 3:38.19 for the trio. Lehman, Separan, Dawson. And Team Italy gets up for silver by 44 hundredths over Norway. That was just a beautiful race, start to finish for the Americans. In unison with just about every glide of the blade, start to finish. And the world record holders win World Cup gold in Milwaukee. Nothing will feel better than that, right? Home facility for these skaters. Yeah, that's getting it done. Emery Lehman saluting the crowd. Bells ringing red, white, and blue. Casey Dawson out of energy, but he did his work. And their lead silver medalist from Italy. And there's a look at Team Norway. And again, it was the breakout. Uliklev just kind of lost touch with his team, and those 4,400s that he lost, that's the difference between silver and bronze. Norway finishes 1.54 seconds behind the United States, but Christian stayed connected with his teammates. We'd probably see Norway in the silver position, but Italy will take it away. And we saw, just as Italy crossed, looking at the time, took a camera shot of Norway on the infield, and looked like Uliklev had his head hanging down, knowing that that was costly to Norway. Team USA wins gold in the team pursuit. Italy silver. Norway will take bronze. Tremendous race for the Americans. And one more team pursuit before the end of the World Cup season. Heading into the World Championships, and the U.S. would love to get on the podium and maybe win world gold. Here we see the updated standings. Tie up top. Italy won in Nagano. The United States wins in Milwaukee. Norway right now ranked number 3. So one more time, they will resurface the ice. We will come back with the second version of the 500 meters for the women and the men. That means we will see Femke Koch and Jordan Stolz. They'll be on the ice when we return to Milwaukee. This is ISU's coverage of World Cup Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere.
Present the Wisconsin Cheesehead donated by the Green Bay Packers Give Back Foundation and a track record prize. Carrying the awards are Davin Noe from the Wisconsin Speed Skating Club and Alana Fickle from Dash. The bronze medalists representing USA, Brittany Bowe, Mia Manganiello, and Greta Meyer. Silver medalists representing Japan, Mio Takagi, Momoka Morikawa, and Ayano Sato. And the gold medalist representing the Netherlands, Joy Bona, Antoinette Reichma de Jong, and Marika Grunevo. Congratulations to the ISU World Cup Women's Team Pursuit winners, the Netherlands, and medalists, Japan second, USA third. Give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Great job.
Misschien was hij niet tussen. Anders wordt het nog een lelijke. Nee. Zeker hoor? Ja hoor. Oké.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the ISU World Cup Men's Team Pursuit. ISU representative Sawana Silva Archa will present medals, three-time Olympian and silver medalist in the Team Pursuit. Brian Hansen will present the Wisconsin Cheesehead donated by the Green Bay Packers Give Back Foundation and Track Record Prize. Carrying the awards, Gavin Noe from the Wisconsin Speed Skating Club, Lana Fickle as well from Dash. The bronze medalists representing Norway, Sander Atra, Petter Konchak, and Elger Ingebrigtsen. Silver medalists representing Italy will be Giotto, Nicola, Fati, and Andrea Giovanini. And the gold medalists representing USA, Casey Dawson, Ethan Separin, and Emery Lehman. Congratulations to the ISU World Cup Team Pursuit winners, men's Team Pursuit winners, Team USA, as well as Italy in second, our medalists, and third, Norway as well. There will be a 1 minute delay in the racing. Congratulations. One more time, give it up for the men's participants.
Back to Milwaukee, the Pettit National Ice Center for the second version of the women's 500 meter. The men are on deck. And look at the World Cup standings right now. Still the top skater by points is Yukino Yoshida, who won a couple of golds at the first two World Cup events in Nagano and Beijing. We will see Yoshida coming up in pair 9. Femke Kok, who claimed gold in Milwaukee again. She was out the first half of this World Cup season, just came back, and she's won each of the two 500s, but doesn't have enough points to skate later in terms of the ranking classification. So we'll see Kok in pair 3. Erin Jackson looks to be back into perfect physical form after dealing with a nagging back issue. A solid second place finish, silver medal for Erin Jackson back on yesterday on day 2. Here in Milwaukee. Suzanne Schulte, we will see her. Ada Gawa had a terrific race yesterday on the podium with a bronze. She'll be in pair 9 opposite of Yoshida. We'll see Yuta Lirdum as a Jean-Marc Nogal. So ready to go. Second running of the 500. Again, we've seen track records in each of the events through the first couple of days in Milwaukee, including the track record in the women's 500 meter yesterday, set by Femke Kok, 37:11. And now here in the opening pair, we'll see Fran van Houten of Belgium. She finished second in the B division to get promoted here, as did Anna Ostlander of Germany, 22-year-old, who won the B division. Out to 21. Ostlander, 22 years of age. Up in the A division, both ranked outside the top 30, but an A division race. You know, if you're outside the top, really 25, and you get that opportunity to get promoted to the A division, you want to make the most of it. So, not looking for a 19th or 20th place finish if they can climb the rung to the ladder a few spots. They're probably still too far away to get into the top 20, but they can certainly get closer to racing more consistently here in the A division. A couple of youngsters on the ice. And Houten on the left side of your screen. Ostlander of Germany in the inner, and here they come. They both finished in the mid-38s yesterday, and a 38-33 for Ostlander, and that knocks off about 2/10 off of her time yesterday when Ostlander won the B division. And that is a PB for Ostlander. Seen a lot of those over the last couple of weeks. Calgary now here. Now to pair 2. Sophie Warmuth of Germany set a personal best yesterday, finishing 14th in the A division, 38.09, and Yu Shiwei up out of the B division as well. Yu from China, just 18, youngest competitor on the left side of your screen. We'll do it again. Asia. Clean start this time. Slow start, though, by Yu with that false start under her belt. And Sophie Warmuth, who was one of the faster openers in the opening 500 this weekend, goes 10:55. That's right in line with what she raced yesterday. Warmuth finished in 38.09, which was the best time she's ever had in the 500. And she'll come careening out of this corner. Yu trying to make up some ground, but it will be Sophie Warmuth of Germany and 38.11. So 200s slower than what she was yesterday in the 500, but still a very good set of races for Warmuth. And that will be the fastest of the opening couple of pairs. So now we'll get to Femke Koch, who set a track record, won World Cup gold yesterday in the opening pair. Again, she did not race in the first half of the World Cup season, so her appearance last week in gold in Calgary was her only event in this 500, so that's why she was in the opening pair. Well, now she's got 60 more points under her belt, and she's in pair 3. Set a track record of 37.11 yesterday. Julie Samson of Norway. And Koch is off. She had the 5th fastest opener of anybody yesterday, 10.5. Nogal went 10.35 as the fastest. We'll see where Koch is here, 10.46, a little bit faster. Set a track record, again, 37.11. Saying it was quality over quantity in terms of getting ready for this World Cup and World Championship season. One of the reasons why she opted out of the first couple of World Cup events. Well, now she's back and she's storming through. She's trying to go back-to-back golds and maybe back-to-back track records. Here comes Koch, driving for the line, and she's 37.02. It's another track record. 37.11 yesterday for gold out of the first pair. 37.02 out of pair 3 for another track record. And it was tough enough for anybody to get close to Femke yesterday. She's even faster today. Erin Jackson finished runner-up to Femke Koch, but she was 2800ths behind for silver, and that's an even faster number today for Femke. Excellent work. Well, she may not have been on the circuit week in, week out in the first half of the year, but she is World Championships ready. Pair 4, Karolina Boschek from Poland. And from Italy, Sarita Perger. So off we go, the 24-year-old Boschek was 18th out of the 20 yesterday with her opener. She was 10.83. We'll check where she is here. She goes out in 10.79, so a tad faster, but not by a lot. Berger will finish on the inner, leading her pair. And Berger will cross just under 38 seconds. It's 37.99. Bojack, 38.41. But right now, Femke Kalk is putting her times in another league. So looking ahead, some of the racers who are going to be targeting that new track record for Femke Kalk are coming much later here in the 500. Jean-Marc Nagal, Leerdam, Inagawa, Yoshida, Voskamp, Jackson, they're all coming up later. Now that 37.02 is a sharp number on top of the leaderboard as we head to pair 5. And the only Canadian in this 500 field, Carolina Hiller. And the 24-year-old from the Netherlands, Naomi Verkerk. And again, a little bit of instability, I believe, is going to be the call. That's what they saw with Yushi Wei a moment ago. This one is charged against the Canadian Hiller. Yeah, not stable. The call looked like the blade was just skidding on Carolina a bit. Hiller holds it now, and away she goes quickly off of the line against Verkerk. Hiller was 10.69 in her opener yesterday, 10.62 today. Verkerk right at her number from yesterday. And these were two of the slower openers of the 20 we saw. Hiller ranked number 13 coming in and passed on the inner by Verkerk. Down the home straight, and it will be Verkerk of the Netherlands in 38.12, which is 600 slower than yesterday. Hiller goes 38.41. She was 38.40 yesterday. So consistent times for these two skaters, 24 hours apart, but they will be well adrift of the field by the time this one is done. Probably both on the outside of the top 10. Femke Kalk and Berger right now the only skaters beneath 38. And Kalk almost went below 37. Here's a look at Femke. She's in World Championships form. Good break mentally for her as well. And there is Jutta Leerdam, 26-year-old from the Netherlands. She finished 8th, but she'll match up against Vanessa Herzog. But Leerdam did herself no favors with her opener. She was next to last. I mean, she was 10.84 in her opening 100 meters. She needs to get in that 10.7, 10.6 range, really. We'll check out the start here of Leerdam. Wobbles a bit off of the line. And there's a straight-on look at Leerdam. We'll see where she is again. 10.84 yesterday. She's 10.69, matching Herzog. So that's a 1,500s difference. That is a major number here for Leerdam to put her in contention now. Looking for a podium finish. Now we'll check the full lap. Leerdam will finish in the outer. Herzog in the inner. There's Jutta Leerdam. Can she get below 38? This is a tight one. Herzog making a move at her. Leerdam, though, will fend her off, and she will get beneath 38. a 37.70. That's a substantial improvement for Leerden by about 12 hundredths. And that would basically put Leerden 6th in terms of finish with that time compared to yesterday's time. Leerden finished 8th overall. But a little bit faster out of the open, gave her a shot. Right now, Leerden is second, 37.70. Now they go back and analyze their race and see where they lost some time. Several spots in that race for Utah. And out of pair 7, there's the American, Kimmy Getz. 12th place finish yesterday in the 500. And here is the fastest opener we saw of anybody yesterday, Ziemek Nogal of Poland. She went out in 10:35, but then finished 5th. So now will she go out as hard, or will she go slightly slower and conserve for a fast full lap? Let's watch Ziemek Nogal, Kimmy Getz. Nogal again sprinting out her first 100. What's the number? 10:36. She was 10:35 yesterday. Now does she have a bigger full lap than she did yesterday as Kimmy Getz gets a solid draft here for the U.S. Getz went out in 10:87. So here comes Ziemek Nogal. She finished 37.66, so she is grinding with those teeth down the home straight. 37.02 is Femke Koch. She'll be outside of that, but she's in second. A 37.67 for Ziemek Nogal, and almost identical. She was 37.66 yesterday. So again, the opener just about as fast. The full lap identical to what it was yesterday. Koch still in the lead. Ziemek Nogal second. Leerden third. And 3 pairs to come. Well, it's funny, in a race like this, from the flat start, she was within 1/100th of a second of her opener yesterday, and she was within 1/100th of a second for her final time. So the full lap for Ziemek Nogal was exactly as it was yesterday. No better, no worse. Second position. She finished 5th yesterday, and we'll see what her fate will be. Now pair number 8, Angelika Wojcik and Suzanne Schulting. Finished 10th yesterday. Wojcik not very quickly as well yesterday. 3rd fastest, 10:46. Just off the podium. Schulting is not known for massive starts now on the long track. Wojcik is. Schulting hanging with her, though. We'll check the times the first 100. 10:56 for Schulting. That's a really good opening 100 for her. Wojcik a little bit faster than what she was yesterday. Final corner. Wojcik leans into it. Here comes Suzanne Schulting churning forward. 37.02 for Koch. Wojcik being pushed by Schulting, but it will be Wojcik. And she's in a second position, 37.48. She's almost 0.2 faster than yesterday. Schulting goes about 26 hundredths faster. A 37.65. That's a personal best for Suzanne Schulting. That's why she had the huge low 5 with her coach on the drive-by at the end of the race. Just gaining more experience and confidence. Schulting right now is 3rd. So Wojcik in a second position. Big smile for Suzanne Schulting right there. Extremely pleased with that time. Personal best in the 500. There's your leader, Femke Koch. Gold yesterday from pair 1. She's in the lead out of pair 3. And here is the 2-time gold medalist earlier this World Cup season, a 21-year-old from Japan, Yukina Yoshida. And Kurumi Inagawa took bronze yesterday. She's been training with Jordan Stolz of the United States over the last month or so. Has picked up a lot of pointers and got on the podium yesterday like Stoles did. Inagawa went out in 10:48, Yoshida 10:54 yesterday. Those were two of the faster times. Yoshida on the inner. There's a look at Inagawa in the hour, and Yoshida gets there first in 10:37. That is blazing. Third fastest of the entire weekend in the women's 500. So we'll see what Yoshida can bring. Again, won gold for the first time in Nagano. Took another 500 in Beijing the following week. We'll see what Yukina can do here. She finished 9th yesterday. Yoshida in the white armband, bringing it home, and the finish will be 37:49. She's on the podium tentatively in third position with one pair to go. Inagawa, a 37.77. So a bronze yesterday for Inagawa. No podium today. So that will knock Susanna Schulting out of the top 3. And one pair left. And Femke Kok in position again to win gold. Back-to-back days in Milwaukee from the very early pairs. Final pair is Dion Voskamp, 27-year-old from the Netherlands. Second fastest 100 meters yesterday. And now Aaron Jackson back after a little bit of a back hiccup last week in Calgary. Silver yesterday, 37:39, and she was fairly quick off the line, but there's more speed. She was 10:56 in her opener yesterday. Let's see with a race under her belt if Jackson could go sub 10:5. That would put her in line. But she needs a big effort here to take down Femke Kok. Jackson, the Olympic gold medalist in the 500 in Beijing, being pushed in the first 100 by Voskamp. 10:57 Jackson, 10:4 for Voskamp. That's going to give Voskamp a shot at Femke Kok. Not much of a draft for Aaron Jackson. She'll need a big full lap. 37:02, the new track record set by Femke Kok. Here comes Aaron Jackson on the inner. Tries to steal it away. Jackson on the right. Voskamp on the left. Jackson is going to get there. What's her time? And Jackson in for silver again. 37:45. Drops Wojcik to bronze by 2 100ths. And back-to-back World Cup Milwaukee golds for Femke Kok of the Netherlands. Out of pair 1 yesterday and out of pair 3 today. Track record 37:11, beaten by a track record today of 37.02. So 2 silvers for the American Aaron Jackson, and she powered through in that final lap. A 26.8 for Jackson in that last lap. Femke Kok's full lap was 26.5. And Jackson has to be pleased with her results this weekend. But more now about how does she feel? How is the back-to-back races? You can see her stretching it out as she takes her warm-down lap. And there's her gold medalist, meeting the Dutch media already. Well, Jackson will get a couple of weeks off to further heal and recover. 2 silvers in Milwaukee for the Olympic champion from America, Femke Kok. A pair of golds this weekend in Milwaukee in the women's 500. Final results, Kimi gets an 18th place finish for the U.S. Vanessa Herzog just outside the top 10. Susanna Schulting, a 6th place finish with her personal best. Getting closer to a World Cup podium. And there's Steve Voskamp checking on Aaron Jackson. Are you okay? How you feeling? And the updated World Cup standings, Jackson 3rd. 3 golds and 3 500s for Femke Kok, but again, she took the first half of the season off, so she is just outside the top 10, but She has not been beaten this year. Wojcik is now your top-ranked 500 skater, winning bronze here today. Men's 500 meter up next. What does that mean? One last look at Jordan Stolz of the United States. Can his unprecedented run of World Cup gold medals, which unofficially surpassed Sven Kramer yesterday by Stolz winning the 500 and also the 1500. He has won 18 straight World Cups. The ISU clarified things yesterday because Stolz, you may or may not remember, actually raced in a 5,000 meter event last year, did not win it. And that is the only time that Stolz has lost any World Cup race since December of 2023, so over a calendar year. But when it comes to the 500, the 1,000, and the 1,500s, the World Cup, he has won 18 in a row. And he will aim for number 19 here today. And yet another clean World Cup sweep. So again, Stolz run the table again. There is a look at the mighty 20-year-old American. Quoted after yesterday's 2 goals saying he did feel a little bit of pressure, not just at winning gold yesterday, but because one of his mentors, Shawnee Davis, is here in Milwaukee. Shawnee was presenting the silver medal to the 500-meter medalist yesterday, and he did not want to have Shawnee give Jordan Stolz a silver medal. So Stolz felt a little bit more motivation, as if he needs any more, to claim gold again, which he did in the 500. Yanni DeBow has finished runner-up to Stolz in the 1,000 and the 500. Is another fairly comfortable Jordan Stolz win yesterday. And then Stolz took out Kjell Naus in the 1,500. Fans from all over the globe descending in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, here in the United States. In case you're wondering, if you've been watching the award ceremony as we've gone dark after these races, if you're watching from overseas and you don't really understand why big wedges of orange cheese as hats are being placed on these skaters, well, Wisconsin in the United States is known as America's Dairyland, the top producer of dairy products, including cheese. And for the Green Bay Packer football fans, their fans are affectionately known across the United States as cheeseheads. And as long as I've been involved in sports and following sports as a young kid, cheeseheads and those hats are kind of foam cheese wedges, but it is a common item on the heads of Wisconsin and Badger and Packer fans. And so that is kind of the local flavor for the awards here in Milwaukee this weekend. So it's not unusual to see him on the American athletes, but it is unusual to see, Dutch skaters and Norwegian skaters probably asking, what is this? Why am I putting cheese on my head? That's why. There are the updated standings on the men's side of the World Cup 500. Jordan Stolz, 6 out of 6. Yanni DeBow in the 500s. Finished runner-up to Stolz yesterday. Runner-up to Stolz in the 500 last week in Calgary. Runner-up to Stolz in the 500 both times in Beijing. So he has finished fourth, or probably second to Jordan Stolz 4 times this year. And you see it'll be Yanni DeBow in pair 9. Stolz will be in pair 8 against Tatsuya Shinhama. And Lauren DeBray, what a terrific race yesterday for bronze. He will be in the final pair. Three Americans in this 500, Zach Stoppelmoor and Cooper McLeod. Well, it's today the day that Yanni DeBow gets past his nemesis. And right now his nemesis is the Michael Jordan of speed skating. Ready to go. First of 10 pairs on the men's side. And there's Issa Gunji out of Japan, up from the B division yesterday, finished second. Heinrich Fagerlund out of Norway, 28-year-old. The Olympian in Pyeongchang, also out of the B division, finished third. Now Gunji got off very quickly in his opener yesterday. A 9.7 would have been sixth fastest of anybody in the 500 yesterday. So we'll see how quickly Issa comes off the line. Rare to see these two skaters in an A division. They're both ranked outside the top 40 to try to make the most of their opportunity. Let's check the time on Gunji. And he's 9.70 again. Just what he was yesterday. Laruka 9.76. That's a bit faster than 24 hours ago. So Gunji will complete this 500 in the outer. Here comes Ruke. He swings a little bit wide. Gunji is going to win this pair and a 34.71. That is 0.3 faster than yesterday. Well done. And that will be a pleasing mark for Issa. Mass starts are coming up next, and then the mixed relay will drop the curtain here in Milwaukee. Yeah, likes that reaction. Yes. 34.71. And now pair two. There's Anders Johnson. 12th yesterday, and here's the winner of the B division yesterday, the teenager from the Netherlands, Mats Venebos. He was in the B division last week in Calgary, finished fourth, and now won the B division in the 500 here in Milwaukee yesterday, and now finds himself in the A for the first time. First time ever in an A division race. And a false start. Looked like he was a little bit anxious. Upper body seemed to shake a bit. And it is a false start against the teenager from the Netherlands. Boy, future is bright for the Dutch, though. Angel Dalemans is 17 years of age. Having a great first season at the senior level. And a future sprinter to watch for the Dutch on the left side of your screen. All right, shake it out. First A division race of your life. 19 years old. Pre-race routine, go right through it again. There's no fatal mistake here for Mats. Fair start. Brandon Boss, first maiden A division race. Anders Johnson goes out in 9.70. Brandon Boss in 9.87. Johnson just missed a top 10 finish yesterday. They lean into this outer corner, grind the teeth, and we'll see what Brandon Boss has down the home straight. Anders Johnson is going to get him, and the time of 34.56. And there's your new leader. 2 races in. And that, who knows, that could be a top 10 time for Anders Johnson. Just outside of his personal best by a couple of tenths. Happy with the time. And now to pair number 3. Piotr Michalski of Poland, now 30. And Lian Ziwen from China.
Go to the start. Red.
So pair 3 on their way. Michalski of Poland on the inner. There's Leon for China. A 9.68 for Michalski, right about what he was yesterday. A 9.8 for Leon. Last quarter, Leon making up some ground. And this is tight right to the line. Michalski is going to get him. 34.63, but second fastest so far. So Anders Johnson still on top after 3 pairs. Out of the 4th pair, here's Bjorn Magnusson of Norway, 27 years old, and Zach Stoppelmoor from the United States. Ranked number 15, finished 15th yesterday, but had the slowest opener of anybody in the A division yesterday. He'll try to improve on a 9.94. Stoppelmoor out of that down start. And again for Stoppelmoor, he was 9.94 yesterday. Can he be in the 9.7s up? 9.81, so it's an improvement of about 13 hundredths. And Stoppelmoor trying to draft off of Magnusson. Last quarter, Stoppelmoor, slips and falls, and down he goes, and hard into the pads. Magnusson will finish on his own. And let's check to make sure that Stoppelmoor is all right. A 34.61. That's second right now for Magnusson. Stoppelmoor, that was a nasty fall. He's lost his balance as he was exiting that last corner. Appears to be all right. Again, you're trying to stay low, trying to maintain that speed around the corner. There's extremely thin margin of air. Let's watch the blades. The hand down, try to stay up. Fortunately, Magnusson on the outer had already gone by. And Stoppelmoor looks like he's all right. And they will repair the ice coming out of that corner where Stoppelmoor crashed out. That's unfortunate. Get those blades up. That's what they're taught. And Magnusson over the line and a peek back. 34.56 of Anders Johnson still on top. Here's a look at Anders. Likes where he is after the first 8 skaters. As they repair the ice. Mass start next. And then the mixed relay. Well, the mass start will be a compelling race to watch. Greta Myers of the United States picked up her first World Cup gold last week in Calgary, surprising everybody on a breakaway, winning the mass start. Timothy Lubino on the men's mass start. He's won 2 golds, almost out of nowhere. Similar approaches by Lubino and Nagano, and again in Calgary. But the Stefano of Italy has been very consistent. And then we'll have the mixed relay to wrap things up as Jordan Stolz will be delayed a little bit from getting on the ice, looking for his 19th straight World Cup win. And trying to finish the Grand Slam here in Milwaukee. He's already won the 500, the 1,000, and the 1,500. They're raising the 500 twice this week. So with this delay, a little bit longer atop the leaderboard for Anders Johnson. Yanni DeBow, Jordan Stolz, fierce competitors. What a look there by Stolz. Getting ready for group number 5. Now the ice repaired. And here is Wataru Morishige. He'll start in the inner lane for Japan, the 23-year-old from the Netherlands, Sebastian Denis. Denis, a 9-6-1 opener yesterday. That was third fastest. He wound up finishing 10th. There's a look at Denis on the left. Morishige, they go out 9.58 for Denis, a little bit faster than he was yesterday. Morishige 9.69. Each of these skaters about 5/100ths faster than yesterday. There's Denis navigating the area that just took unstoppable a moment ago. He's through that corner. The lead is 34-56, and they both get under it. Denis 34-45, Morishige 34-47. So Sebastian Denis of the Netherlands takes the lead after 10 skaters. Move Anders Johnson to third position. Just by the hair of blade to see that light on the ice, snapping the photo finish. Clarifying the time, 34.45 for Denis. By 2/100ths over his pairmate. Here we go, pair 6. Stefan Westenbroek. 7th place finish in the 500 yesterday at Martin Lieb of Estonia. So there is Westenbroek in the inner. Opened yesterday 9.67. Lieb was 9.82. And Westenbroek matches the 9.67. Lieb about a 10th faster. So Westenbroek here's the go, urging it from his coach. Finishing in the outer. And Martin Lieb in the inner straightens it out. This is a match race down the home straight. Martin Lieb may get there, and he will. And he's in third position, 34.48. Boys, it's tight at the top. 3/100ths separating first, second, and third at this stage, but Denis still your leader. 24.75 lap for Martin Lieb. So 4 pairs to go, and again, Jordan Stolz will race at a pair 8, so he's on deck against Shinhama. Stolz set a track record yesterday at the 500. He went sub 34. More on that in a moment. Here's Marin Sheperkamp, 24-year-old from the Netherlands. And Damian Jurek of Poland. 4th place finish yesterday. trying to steal a podium spot today. So off we go. Zurich, Shepherd Cup. Not really any of the faster openers we have seen over the course of the weekend. Fair starts here. Zurich at 9.74, Shepherd Cup 9.69. And that will not generate the top end full lap speed that they're looking for here. We'll see what Zurich can piece together. A fourth place finish yesterday. Zurich in the white, red, and black on the inner, and this is very tight in the finish, and it's Zurich at 34-39, and he takes the lead. 34-41 for Shepherd Cup, so now you're talking, what, 800s separating first through fifth? That's a PB for Shepherd Cup. A little bit faster on the open for Zurich. I mean, he could be in that 34-2 range. Let's watch that light flash right there, and it is Zurich by the tip of the blade. Great race. Great race. So Damian Zurich right now your leader. Look at that. 9/100 separate first through fifth. And here we go now. Our last look on the Milwaukee ice of the growing legend of Jordan Stoltz. He'll match up against Tatsuya Shinhama, who finished sixth yesterday. Shinhama was the fastest out of anybody with the opener at 9.55. Stoltz was 9.56. That was second fastest. Looking for his 19th straight World Cup gold, which would reset his own all-time mark. Looking for the Grand Slam sweep on his home ice in Milwaukee. This should be a blazing opening 100. Shinhama and Stoltz. They went 9.55 and 9.56 yesterday. Shinhama gets the better of him here. 9.55. Stoltz 9.66. So he's a tenth slower than he was yesterday. Shinhama racing out ahead of Stoltz, who will finish on the inner. Stoltz some ground to make up. Shinhama around the corner, and here comes Jordan Stoltz. 34-39 is the leader. Stoltz has work to do. Shinhama on the outer. Stoltz on the inner, driving to the line, and it looks like Shinhama got him. Shinhama has beaten Stoltz and his pair. That is the first World Cup loss in a 500, 1,000, or 1,500 for Jordan Stoltz in 14 months. Shinhama outpipped Stoltz in pair 8. And there will not be a 19th straight World Cup gold for Jordan Stoltz. And frankly, it was the opener that cost him. He was a tenth slower than yesterday. Shinhama matched his 9.55, and there is the finish. And Shinhama has slayed the speed skating dragon. 34-14 for Shinhama. Stoltz right now is second at 34-19. I mean, do you call it an upset? He's been so dominant for so long. It had to end at some point. And Shinhama out of the pair. Outpip Stoltz by 5/100ths. Well, this goal is not decided because now, if you are Yenny Nebo, you do not need a track record to take gold. Shinhama right now is your leader, 34-14. And a false start. Cooper McLeod on the inner for the United States. With a false against DeBow. The silver medalist from yesterday who went 34-28. 34-14 is Shinhama. There will be no Stoltz near the top of the 500 podium today. Is it Yenny DeBow's time? DeBow and Cooper McLeod of the United States. DeBow went out yesterday 9.73, and he goes at 9.82 today, a little slower. McLeod goes 9.8. But it's the full lap that sets DeBow apart from just about everyone. He'll need a big one here. DeBow shifting to the inner. Works through the final corner. Heavy lean toward that inside shoulder. Here comes the 21-year-old Yenny DeBow, getting all he can take from McLeod. And at the line, it is DeBow, but look at that. He's 8th. McLeod is 9th. The door was cracked for Yenny DeBow to take down Jordan Stolz. But Yenny DeBow could not sneak through. And Shinhama remains their leader with 1 pair to go. And DeBow will finish nowhere near the podium. That's a stunner. DeBow, 8th. 1 pair left. And there is your surprise leader, I guess you can say. Tatsuya Shinhama, final pair. Myra Kanya of Poland, 5th place finish yesterday. And here's Laurent Debray of Canada on the podium with a bronze yesterday. He went 34-36. That time would get him bronze. 34-14, the target number for Debray. Long hold. That was a long hold. That seemed like the longest one of any of the 10 pairs. False charge at Kanya. Or as if this final pair needed any more drama. Blair Toblon, a Canada starter. Another long hold, but clean, and off we go. Now Shinhama went out 9.55, Debray 9.62 yesterday. If Debray is near that 9.62, he'll have a shot. Oh yeah, he will. 9.55 for Debray. He's going to have a real shot here against Shinhama. Can Debray get the draft off of Kanya? Looks like he will. Laurent Debray through the final corner, and here comes the Canadian with a chance to take gold in Milwaukee. 34-14 is Shinhama's time. Laurent Debray crosses in 34-35. That's bronze. And it's Tatsuya Shinhama of Japan who ends the reign of Jordan Stolz. And Shinhama with a wry smile is your World Cup 500-meter gold medalist here in Milwaukee. Well, Debray gave him an opportunity with that start. A 9.55, but it's bled a little bit coming out of that last corner. Could not find the speed down the stretch. Stolz silver by 5/100ths behind Shinhama, and Debray is on the bronze podium in the 500 for the second day in a row. So there is your winner. Tatsuya Shinhama of Japan ends the better than year-long reign of Jordan Stolz of the United States, who had won 18 straight 500, 1,000, and 1,500 meter events. He does not run the table on his home rink in Milwaukee. It's a silver for Stolz. Tatsuya Shinhama of Japan wins gold in the men's 500. Yenny DeBow, a 10th place finish. That's about as surprising as seeing Shinhama at the top of the leaderboard over Stolz. So they will treat the ice, and we will get ready for our last couple of events. Cooper McLeod finishes 11th. Anders Johnson 12th. Stoppamore did finish his race after he crashed out exiting that final corner. A 20th place finish for stopping more. So we will pause here in Milwaukee for the awards ceremony. More blocks of cheese to the heads, and somebody may need to explain to Shinhama why cheese will be put on top of his head after receiving the gold medal, but he'll be happily photographed in the cheese wedge. The updated standings, the men's 500, Stoltz, DeBow, Shinhama, Dubray, and McLeod round out the top 5. So when we return after a break, the mass start for the women, the mass start for the men, and the mixed relay will bring the curtain down in this World Cup in Milwaukee. Stay tuned.
Be careful when
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the ISU World Cup Women's 500 meters. ISU representative Sawana Sopa Archer will present medals. Four-time Olympian and five-time gold medalist Bonnie Blair Cruikshank will present the Wisconsin Cheesehead and track record prize. Carrying awards are Maddie Schlichting from Nash and James Rebecki from the Wisconsin Speed Skating Club. The bronze medalist representing Poland, Angelika Wojcik. And the silver medalist representing the USA, Aaron Jackson. And the gold medalist representing the Netherlands, and another Unofficial Pettit Center track record. Your winner both days, Vivka Koch. Ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations to the ISU World Cup Women's second 500-meter winner, Vivka Koch, track record holder as well, and the medalist, second place, Erin Jackson of the USA, and Poland's Angelika Wojcik. Congratulations.
Jij bent de kaas?
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the ISU World Cup Men's 500 meters. ISU representative Sawana Silva Archer will present medals, and four-time Olympian and five-time gold medalist Bonnie Blair Cruikshank will present the Wisconsin Cheesehead and Track Record prize. Carrying the awards are Maddie Schmeechting from Nash and James Rebecki from the Wisconsin Speed Skating Club. Our bronze medalists this afternoon, representing Canada, Laurent Dubray of Canada. The silver medalist, representing the USA, Jordan Stolz.
Go more with your hobby boards.
Yeah, right. Jeez, thank you.
And the gold medalist, representing Japan, winning at a time of 34.14, Tatsuya Shinhama. Ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations for the ISU World Cup men's second 500-meter winner, Tetsuya Shinhama, and the medalists. Second place, Jordan Stolz, representing USA, and Canada's Laurent Debray. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give the competitors a round of applause. Spectators out there that aren't familiar, in the 16-lap mass start, all skaters will begin simultaneously at the starting line, lead throughout the race for points which are awarded to the first three skaters who cross the finish line for designated sprint laps at the final lap. Ultimately, the winner is determined based on their total points accumulated rather than just the final finishing position. There are some special rules in this race. First lap skaters are not allowed to skate at full speed. Once they hear the second start signal, they are able to accelerate. When the skater is lapped by the leader, they are out of the race. Once again, the women's mass start race coming up in about 6 minutes. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to Milwaukee. Time now for the women's mass start on day 3. The World Cup standings. Runaway of the Netherlands right now leads with 160 points. She's taken 2 golds. The 1 gold in Calgary last week belonged to Greta Myers of the United States. And that's the first ever World Cup podium for Greta Myers. She was thrilled after that win. Now can she double it up? Because the strategy with which that she won, breakaway, and then kind of skated solo with the last few laps of that one, finished it off, had no major challengers down the stretch. We'll see what strategy she employs here today as the competitors get ready to go. There's Valerie Malte. Malte, silver in the mass in Beijing. The other competitors right there. We'll see Myers in the number 4 helmet. Evgeny Blondin is always a major threat. She'll be in helmet number 8 for Canada. Silver in Nagano, 4th in Calgary last week. But was DQ'd in Beijing, so no points, which means Blondin right now is ranked number 9, but she's a massive threat. There's Manganello in the 6th helmet, taking the ice. Greta Myers feeling it right now for the U.S. There's Manganello in the 6. Myers will be in the number 4 helmet in this race, but there she is for the United States. Only 20 years of age, but just staying on her feet has been a challenge in a lot of these mass starts. As a matter of fact, the one in Calgary was the one mass start race this year where she hasn't crashed out. Happened at the Four Continents, happened in Nagano, happened in Beijing, and now the reaping the dividends from last week. And there's the Gronewood in the yellow helmet, number 1. Caitlin McGregor of Switzerland with her teammate there is Greta Myers. I wonder what's going through her mind right now. It's Malte. So 16 laps. Men's mass start will follow. Alyssa Weife won the B division mass start earlier today. Jake Weideman, Isabel's brother from Canada, won the B division of the men's mass start. So getting ready to go. Jin Wenjing, silver behind Myers last week in Calgary. And just by her lonesome right now, Greta Myers. Different target on your back. Not just a podium, but winning this event. That's an attention getter for basically everyone. So now the introductions. There's Marika Grod. Gold in Nagano, gold in Beijing. 5th place finish last week. There's Malte of Canada. Silver in Beijing. Yang Bin-yu of China. She was on the podium in Beijing, taking bronze. And there's Greta Myers. Big ovation for the 20-year-old now. The latest champion in the Women's World Cup mass start. Michelle Uhrig of Germany, bronze last week. Manganello being helmet 6 for the U.S. Top 10 finishes each of the 3 races this year at the mass start, but 5th is her best in Nagano. So the intro, the top 6, and now the rest are welcome to the start line. And you got to keep your eye on helmet number 8, Ebony Blondin. Really not used to starting this far back, but she'll be on that second level. Josie Hoffman of Germany, Fran van Houte of Belgium. Ayana Sato from Japan. She's ranked number 29. She's the lowest ranked skater in the field. There's Gronewood. Francesca Lola Brigida in the race. She'll be in helmet 15. Lola Brigida won the women's 3,000 meter back on Friday nights. There's Lola Brigida right there in helmet 15. Greta Myers, what's on her mind? And here we go. Can she double up and go back to back? Not easily done in this race, but a lot of eyes will be focused on number 4. And Myers right now 3rd position. Intermediate sprint points after the 4th, 8th, and 12th laps. Now what Myers and some of the others did last week with about 4 laps to go, she went out along with Uhrig and Jin and Jeberzik from Poland with about 4 laps left. They hustled forward for the intermediate sprint points, and then basically Myers broke away from that pack and nobody else made a legitimate run at her. But Myers is somebody who likes to kind of steal those free points early and in the middle of these races. Now we'll see what her strategy is, if it'll change at all. But it's not just her strategy that matters. As Gronewood takes a peek. I mean, it is no surprise that in these mass starts you see a lot of the same names on the podium. And Schouten was one of those names from the Netherlands last year, really the last couple of years, as the Royal Grenadier Lavash of Norway jumps out as he moves now into that intermediate sprint lap. There she is in helmet number 16, joined by Natalia DeBerzik. And we'll check on where Greta Myers is in this pack. And she's in 4th position. Jin Wenjing, as you hear the bell, so this is the sprint lap, and it is Lavasha Bierzik. Myers now 5th is Michelle Urig, who oftentimes also along with Jin and some others try to chase after these couple of points in the middle of these races. And now the first 3 across the line will get the points. 3 and 2 and 1, and it's tight. And a little bit of a slippage there by Michelle Urig, but I believe she got there. Bierzik, and then Greta Myers will pick up 1. And meanwhile, the rest of the pack, you see where Gronewood is right now, 6th position in the yellow helmet. And there's Myers, a little look back because Myers is now on top of the field. 5 laps in, now beginning lap 6. Mallory Malte of Canada not allowing Myers much space. And there's Evgeny Blondin. That one he gets shut out. Blondin with the lead group in 3rd. Now that's Sato of Japan in 4th position. Gronewood is going to ease in her way, stays inside, out of trouble. Falls to the back 3rd of the pack now as we move now toward that next set of sprint points. And those should be Josie Hoffman of Germany leading the way, and they will hear the bell. So there's the bell. Hoffman in front, McGregor, Hardy, Marletti, the top 4. And Greta Myers with this front pack on the chase. And so now the fight, and down goes one skater, and now I believe a second skater might have gone down as well. And now coming to the line for the 3 points, that is Caitlin McGregor of Switzerland, along with her teammate, Ramona Hardy. And so Sandrine Tass is down for Belgium. Tass had a 6th place finish in Beijing. So there are the points. McGregor 3, Hardy 2, Marletti picks up the other. And now we settle in for the back half of the race. And that is Alice Marletti. Gronewood hanging with the front pack. Manganello of the United States is in the mix as well. It's about half of the skaters in that front pack. They jockey for position. There is one more set of intermediate sprint points before we head to the final 4 laps of this race that really matter. And it is Hoffman still leading. Evgeny Blondin looking around. They're all lined up. Blondin right now 5th. All these skaters, hands in the back of other skaters. Nobody making any kind of big move yet. And now is where the tactics will start to be employed as we gear up for the last intermediate sprint lap coming out of this corner. They will hear the bell, and then we will have 4 laps to go after this one is completed. So they sprint toward the line to gain momentum. It is still Hoffman right now in front with Marletti. Hoffman trying to pick up some more points. Malte and Blondin are 5-6. Manganello is 9th. And Greta Myers toward the back for the U.S. So that's Marletti. Harassed by a Hardy. And McGregor is there also. So Marletti and Hardy coming toward the line. And it is going to be Marletti, and Malte picks up a couple of points for Canada. And now we're inside the final 4 laps of this mass start. And there's Greta Myers. You see her on the inside right now, wearing the helmet 4. She's about 9th or 10th right now, starting to creep up on the inside. And yeah, Myers kind of settles in right now. Looks like she's 6th. Gronewood in that yellow helmet, easy to pick out. She's right behind Blondine. And the lead right now is Jin Wenjing of China. Some looks back by Jin. He was on the podium last week in Calgary, winning silver behind Myers. Maltade shadowing her in 2nd position, Blondine 3rd. Gronewood 4th. Greta Myers looking for some space. It's pretty congested in the middle of the track, and Myers is about 11th. And up now is Zuzana Kursova of the Czech Republic. She's into the lead. She's ranked number 22 in the women's mass start. And Kursova in the 20 helmet near the leaders. And there goes Malte and Blondine, her teammate, right behind him. And there goes Gronewood as well. Oh, and skaters go down. The 2 Canadians are down. Malte and Blondine are both down. And now it is Gronewood in front. Manganello of the United States is 2nd. Lola Brigida up for 3rd. This is the last lap. Okay, Gronewood in front. Manganello on the chase. Lola Brigida trying to get in the mix. Last corner. Here is Gronewood. Will she put away Manganello? The chase is on to the line. The home straight is Gronewood holding off Lola Brigida, and it will be Gronewood taking gold for the 3rd time this World Cup season. Lola Brigida silver, Manganello bronze, Greta Myers finishes 9th, and Malte and Blondine each spilled down with about 3 laps to go, costing Canada its hopes. Safe and effective ride for Gronewood. And there you see the early crash out. That was very early in the race. That was Sandrine Tass sliding down. And then with a couple of laps to go, the 2 Canadians, Blondine and Malte, right there, each go down. Let's see what happened. Yeah, their blades connected. The 2 Canadians hit each other's blades. And that opened things up for Gronewood and Lola Brigida and Manganello. So we will await the official results. Lola Brigida does finish in silver position. Manganello the bronze. So a good weekend for Francesca Lola Brigida. A gold medal in the 3,000. And a silver medal here in the mass starts. And Gronewood for the 3rd time this season atop the podium in the mass start. Yang Bin-Yu, a 4th place finish. And Sato finishing 5th. Actually a dead heat for 4th between Yang and Sato. Jabirzik, 7th place finish. Jin Wei-Jing finished 6th. Malte did get up and finish the race, a 12th place finish. Looks like Greta Myers officially clocked in 13th. And even Blondine, part of that crash out, an 18th place finish. And now we'll get a look at the official results here in Milwaukee. So Gronewood, 3rd mass start gold this World Cup season, claims the 60 points. Lola Brigida silver, Manganello the bronze. And the 2nd page, Malte 12th, Myers 13th, Blondine 18th, and Sandrine Tass, the early crash out, finishing 20th. For Greta Myers, just never really found her stride and sink in that race. Was out early for some attempted sprint points at the 4-lap mark as we had Manganello and Lola Bridget discussing things down the stretch. That was a tight finish between those two. Hoffman. Well, learning experience for everybody else, especially Myers after that win last week in Calgary. Kind of how to stay out of the fray and see how the stars, the consistent winners in the mass start, how they do it. You go back, watch the races, break it down, see what they're doing versus what your strengths and weaknesses are. So the men's mass start is on the way next, and we will close out Milwaukee here with the mixed relay. And they will address the ice. We'll come back with the men's mass start in a mere couple of minutes here in Milwaukee. Stay tuned. Ready for the men's mass start here at the World Cup in Milwaukee inside the Pettit National Ice Center. Timothy Lubino has been the surprise of the men's mass start over the course of this World Cup campaign. 2 golds, bookended around a 14th place finish in Beijing. A gold in Nagano, a gold last week in Calgary. So he will wear the yellow cap signifying number 1 in your top-ranked mass start skater this year. But he will have some steep competition here today. Bart Hulworf of the Netherlands, Daniele Di Stefano of Italy. Bart swings. You certainly can't discount him, but hey, Lubino's his own person. Marches to the beat of his own drummer. He likes to call himself a random guy, and he says that affectionately, complimentary. Well, there's Bart swings. Nobody really better historically over the last 5 or 6 years than Bart swings in this event. He's been outstanding. Olympic champion, world champion. We'll see if swings can weave some more magic here today. So they will introduce the first 6 across the ice. We'll see one American in this race, Ethan Seperin. He'll wear helmet number 10. There's Lubino. He's just doing his own thing, isn't he? Enjoying the ride. A little fist bump with Di Stefano. Good luck. He has earned a whole lot of respect over the last couple of months in this race. Wayne Speed donning the yellow helmet after one event is one thing, but he's wearing it now after 3 of the World Cup events. And there he is, Timothy Lubino, your World Cup men's mass start top-ranked skater, 2 golds. But we know the Italians, Di Stefano, been on the podium twice. Silver in Nagano, bronze in Beijing, 5th last week in Calgary. But he and Andrea Giovannini, they like to kind of tag team and pick up some team-wide strategy. As Bart Hulworf on the podium twice. He won the gold in Beijing. And there's the world champion, the Olympic champion, Bart swings. Always a factor. There's Giovannini. A couple of 4ths. And in position 6, Germany's Fridtjof Petzold. So now the rest of the field will be introduced. Petzold on the podium last week behind Lubino. He took silver. So there's the quality, but then you look at it. The others approaching the line, the other 14, Jorrit Bergsma, who just turned 39 years of age, representing the Netherlands. He's in helmet 11 right there on the left side of your screen. He is one of the rabbits that the Dutch like to send out. So when it comes to these intermediate sprint points, you'll see him get in the mix and try to help set things up for some other teammates like Hulworf, who is the other Dutch skater in this race. There's Hulworf in the number 3. Seperin in the 10 for the United States. And away we go in the men's mass start. Indra Medard of Belgium in helmet 7. He was on the podium last week in Calgary as well. It was a Lubino, Petzold, Medard podium, which might have paid about 500 to 1 on the trifecta wagering. And there is Lubino. So he really wasn't quite sure what it was going to be like to be the hunted after he won in Nagano. But now that he's won a couple of golds within the span of the first 3 World Cups, I mean, he's a different brand now out there. He is a legitimate threat. Even though, historically it's been guys like, Bart Swings and Hulworf and Wenger. Livio Wenger in helmet number 8 for Switzerland. And now they're sprinting forward and breaking away. That's Szymon Palka of Poland in the 18. He is about to hear the bell for the intermediate sprint events. So he's into lap 3, Petzold second, and there is Bergsma from the Netherlands from the back of the fronts. He doesn't stay there too often, but he does chase some of these intermediate sprint points. And those are the front 3. So there you hear the bell, and now the end of this lap, this sprint lap, will have 3 points to the leader, 2 to the second place contender, and 1 point for third. And Szymon Palka tried to break away a little bit early. And there is Bergsma in the 11. So across the ice, Bergsma on the inside trying to steal the 3, and he will get there ahead of Petzold. And Swings will pick up the other point. Bart Swings in the 4 helmet. So now they will coast back, throttle back for lap 5. There are the points. 3 for Bergsma. It's Matteo Bellois of France in helmet 12. Separate of the United States in the second. Bart Woolworth for third. But no real gap as Bellois checks out over both shoulders. There's Sepperon to the lead for the U.S. Ethan's had a couple of top 10 finishes, but nothing higher than 9th so far this year. So Sepperon, part of gold in the team pursuits events earlier today for the United States. And there is Liu Hanbin of China crashing out, coming up holding his back. And there goes Lubino. And this is earlier than normal for Timothy Lubino. So he's just changing up the pace, changing up the strategy. Here's the bell. Now Lubino, he wouldn't mind 3 extra points here. Why not? So Lubino right now with the lead. And nobody really tracking after him. Swings as a distant second. And here comes Lubino safely looking for the 3 points. Swings again, will be inside the top 3 in the sprint lap, and he'll take the 2 points, and Giovannini got the other one. So the 2 Italians are third and fourth. And there goes your Bergsma as Lubino safely falls back to the pack. Bit of a gap from the front 4 to the 5th place skater. That's Bergsma. Right now in lead. Into lap 10 of 16. Now this is a bit early for a breakaway, but that backpack does not want to get too far out of range. There's the Lubino in the center of that back peloton. And also you have to worry about what are the quality of skaters that have broken away? Well, you have Bergsma, Medard, Bellois, and Marcin Bajnek of Poland. And then you're back to Giovannini and the rest. But there's a fairly wide chasm right now from those 4 to the other 16. And so that is Bergsma. And he is being drafted by Indra Medard. We're in the lap 12, so these 2 are out ahead of everybody for the final mid-race sprint points. And it's about time for everybody else to start rolling because they're almost a lap behind Bergsma and the others. And Bergsma now straightens up, just kind of eases. But they're about 3/4 of a lap ahead of that whole group. And it's time for them to get in the mix because time is... Sand is dropping out of the hourglass here. And now we're into lap 13. Bergsma, Medard, Bellois, the top 3. And again, those are the leaders right there. They're almost 3/4 of a lap ahead of everybody. And look at them, they're basically stopping, slowing down. Why not? Let's go. Bergsma, Bedard, Milwaukee pick up the points. And there's Lubino way back in the pack. There goes Petzold. And those are the 4 leaders. And at the very tail end, that is Lubino. A couple of skaters have stopped in the middle of this race. Bedard is looking back saying, where is everybody? We're on lap 14 now. Lubino begins to make a bit of a move, but he still has plenty of ice to go. So they were just conserving their energy with about 3 laps to go. This is truly anybody's race. Because there's Lubino and the rest of the pack. I mean, they're a half lap behind and they're running out of time. There's Bellois. 2 laps to go. Bellois still leading. Bergsma second. And it is time to throttle up for all of these skaters because they may not have a shot here. And they're trying to make up the ice. And let's watch Lubino trying to weaving through behind DiStefano. There's the lead group. And they have about a full straightaway of an advantage right in the final lap. And there's the 39-year-old Jorrit Bergsma and Indra Bedard. They are 1-2, and they have one more back straight to go. Do they have enough energy left? Here comes Bergsma. He just turned 39 a couple of days ago. Does he have one more World Cup gold in him? It's Jorrit Bergsma trying to fend off Indra Bedard, and it is Jorrit Bergsma. Happy birthday for the 39-year-old. He wins the World Cup mass start in Milwaukee. Bedard second, Bellois third, Swings fourth, Giovannini fifth. We have seen Bergsma again as kind of a rabbit for the Dutch team for the sprint points in the middle of this race. But most of the time, he then kind of shuffles back to the back of the field. Well, today was a whole different looking race, wasn't it? 4 kind of broke away, kept edging forward more and more. And that back peloton has never had a shot. And how about Mathieu Bellois? Bellois came in ranked number 13, had not had anything higher than a 12th place finish. Bellois is going to be on the podium in Milwaukee in the mass start. And for Mathieu Bellois, that is going to be his first ever World Cup individual medal. And Jorrit Bergsma, how about that? Not a name I think anybody expected to be on the top of the podium, but there he is. And there's your silver medalist right there in Bedard. Jorrit Bergsma, born 39 years ago yesterday. Olympic champion in Sochi in the 10K. 3-time world champion in the 10,000 meter. Olympic silver medalist in Pyeongchang in the 10,000. Olympic bronze medalist in Sochi in the 5K. I mean, he's been around this sport for a couple of decades. And I'm scanning through his personal history at the World Cup level, trying to find his last individual World Cup win. And it looks like it was in Heerenveen in 2021 in the mass start. So it has been 4 years since Jorrit Bergsma, since he's 35. And he's aging a bit then for a World Cup gold medal. He's 39 yesterday, and he's gold again. And we get to the official results. Bergsma, Bedard, Bellois, Lubino finishing 7th. Swings 4th, but again, Bart was a non-factor. As a matter of fact, everybody 4 on the way down, really non-factors in the race over the last 6 or 7 laps. I mean, that front group, the first four, they had almost lapped the field, and then they basically almost stopped skating as a slow Sunday glide to save up some energy and conserve for the stretch, and it worked out. As Belwa, Bedard, and Bergsma. Bronze, silver, gold. I'm not sure, Jort. Can you believe it? He might be smiling until his next birthday. That's a wonderful, wonderful result and moments. And Heather, his Olympian wife, representing the United States. Well, the family must be so proud. The updated standings, the men's mass start. Still Lubino, DeStefano, and Swings, 1, 2, 3. Belwa with his first World Cup medal of his career. He's up to 10th. Bergsma jumps all the way to 8th. So the men's mass start in the books. Huge surprise in Milwaukee with your Bergsma. So we'll pause for the victory ceremony for the men's and women's mass start. We'll come back. One more event before we close things down in Milwaukee. The mixed relay is all we have left. Stay tuned.
Mickle from Dash. Your bronze medalist this afternoon, representing the USA, Mia Manganello. The silver medalist, representing Italy, Francesca Lollobrigida. And the gold medalist representing the Netherlands, Marika Brunevo. Ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations for the ISU World Cup Women's Master winner, the Netherlands, Marika Brunevo, and the medalist, silver medalist Francesca Lollobrigida, and bronze medalist from the USA, Mia Manganello. and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the ISU World Cup Men's Mass Start. ISU Representative Suwana Silva Archer will present the medals, and the Manager of Customer Communications of We Energies, Tricia Mornelay, will present the Wisconsin Cheesehead by the Green Bay Packers Give Back Foundation. Carrying the awards are David Noe from the Wisconsin Speed Skating Club and Elena Fickle from Dash. Our bronze medalists this afternoon, representing France, Mathieu Belloir. I know everybody wants to speed the cheese spacers from Paul, but you have an award ceremony to move on. Our silver medalists, representing Belgium, Indra Menard. And the gold medalist, representing the Netherlands, your winner, Jorrit Bergsma. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations for the ISU World Cup Men's Mass Start winner, Jorrit Bergsma of the Netherlands, and the medalists, silver medalist from Belgium, Indra Menard, and bronze medalist from France, Mathieu Belloir. Congratulations.
Back to the Pettit National Ice Center in Milwaukee, ready for the very last events of this World Cup weekend. And it is the mixed relay. Well, what a special moment we just witnessed. Awards ceremony. Jorrit Bergsma of the Netherlands turned 39 years old yesterday and back on top of a World Cup podium. Congrats to him. And we are about ready to go. We will see 3 different heats. Coming up in the first heat, we'll see China, Poland, Finland, and Switzerland. Second will feature Germany, Czechia, United States, and Spain. And then we'll close with Canada, Italy, the Netherlands, and Norway. So it will be a very congested oval. 2 teams will start on either side. A new event. Saw this raced once back in Nagano. Korea claimed gold, Belgium and Canada. Now this is a fun event. It's kind of like it's almost a mixture of long track and short track. We'll see some exchanges that will resemble in some cases short track as well. So see how this all plays out. There's the Team Poland on the right of your screen. The Swiss right there in helmets 3. There's a look at Olga Piotrowska, Jakub Piotrowski for Poland. They will get the introductions here. We were expecting to see Team Finland in this event. I don't see them line up on the ice at this stage. I haven't seen any Finnish skaters, at least not in my time over this weekend here in Milwaukee. So there may just be the 3 teams here in this opening pair. And yes, we have seen Finland drop out. And there's look at Team China, Kwon and Ji. Yeah, the integrity of the draws of the various heats has not changed. So just Finland has been excised out of the opening heat. So 3 teams we'll see, China, Poland, and Switzerland. And there are the Swiss, Nadia Wenger, Søren Wiedmer. There they are, introduced. So 3 teams on the ice for the first of 3 in the mixed relay. Poland and China will start there. There's Kwon and Piotrowski and Wenger for the Swiss. And off we go in the mixed relay. China, Poland, and Switzerland. Again, we will see 11 different teams race for World Cup gold in this mixed relay. So Poland right now opens with the lead. China right now second. We get ready for the first exchange. They come on from the infield, and there is a little kind of soft exchange in one case. China now chasing Poland in second position, about 1,300 behind. Switzerland already about 4 seconds off of the pace. So now there's Piotrowski on the ice for Poland as we get a look at Wiedmer at the back. And China on the ice with Ji. 7/100 separate these 2 teams. Now preparing for the next exchange. Have to locate your partner. Oh, and a shove down by China. And only Poland remains on their skates. And again, you just don't see this a lot in long track. And that was a hard push and a hard fall involving Kwon and Ji. And so Poland right now out on its own. Switzerland at the back of your picture right now in second position, and China went down hard. And then if you don't have short track in your background, this is just not something you practice a whole lot. It's a relatively new event, and there you can still see Kwan trying to stay above the active skaters, but she is not in a perfect physical condition. And that was the male to female exchange. We'll see if we can get a replay of that after this race ends. And now we're waiting for the next exchange for Team Poland, and there it is. And Poland still out racing ahead of the pack. There's the Swiss exchange, gentle as it is at the back as we move now to the bell. So Poland with Jaka Piotrowski turning forward, coming around the corner, and they will set the pace with 2 more heats left to go. So to the line, Poland will cross in just below 3:04. 3:03.96. And the Swiss will come in about 8 seconds later. And we saw Canada claim bronze in this event in Nagano, and even at Blondine and Zhao were the teammates there, and they were kind of using some slingshot exchanges. That was an interesting pairing because if we get a look at the Swiss right there, because Blondine had known Zhao, who I believe was 20 at the time, known Zhao since he was on the, there's you see the exchange there with China, just mistimed, misangled. But Blondine had known Zhao since he was a little kid on the ice, as even he was training under Zhao's mom. But she felt like their experience and short track experience and the kind of institutional knowledge that she knew a better way, a more efficient way, a safer way perhaps to handle these exchanges in the mixed relay here on the long track. And again, this is just not something that these skaters are accustomed to doing very often at all. And we saw the outcome there on that exchange with Team China. And Olga Piotrowska right now ambling her way in, and there goes Nadia Wenger. So off the ice, Team Poland on to the ice. Got 4 more squads: the United States, Czechia, Germany, and Spain. And there's see for the U.S. Looks like Carl Platt and Sarah Warren will be the duo for the U.S. In helmets 5, the white and blue helmets, that is Team Czechia. Germany will be in helmet 6, the U.S. in helmet 13. There's a look at Sarah Warren. And Spain will be in helmet 7. That's Niliapi Izquierdo, Luisa Maria Gonzalez. Germany will have Hendrik Dombeck and Anna Ostländer. And Czechia, Jaka Pochi and Nikola Tradalova. And Nikola in the 5 helmet for Czechia has had a terrific weekend. Haven't seen her in any A division individual events, but back on Friday she won both B divisions in the women's 1,000 meter and the women's 3,000 meter. So we will likely see her in Poland in a couple of A divisions. But she'll be on the ice here in the mixed relay for Czechia. Husbands, wives, sons, daughters, and dogs all in attendance. So they line up. And again, this is an ordeal in itself because this is the second time in World Cup that they've run this race. Where do we go? Where do we set up? Introductions done by an Ostlander for Germany. And then we'll get to Czechia in helmets 5. The males are in the white helmets. Females, we'll take back out. There's Kochi and Dradilova. Kochi in the blue helmet there. Karl Platz for the United States and Sarah Warren. Platz in the blue, Warren in the whites. And Team USA not on the podium in Nagano in this mix. And there we get a look at Luisa Maria Gonzalez and Neil Izquierdo. And Gonzalez will start it off for Spain. There's Radilova. Sarah Warren of the U.S. And there is Gonzalez. So here we go, 7 laps. Fair start as we come down the home straight to open up this second heat of the mixed relay. And there's Radilova and Czechia leading the way. Ostlander second. Warren of the U.S. third. Spain fourth with Gonzalez. And the first exchange, we'll see how it's handled. Congestion, a lot of traffic. There's a little bit of a touch by Czechia. They did make a legal touch. It doesn't have to be a push. This has to be some type of contact in the exchange zone. And there's Karl Platt for the U.S. Spain right now with Izquierdo seconds. And Germany with Hendrik Dombach. Swings wide. Czechia right now losing a little bit of ground in fourth. And there goes Germany out front. Still about a second behind the time set by Poland at that stage. And now on the infield, getting ready for the exchange. It's all timing and angles. And be ready. This is where the exchange occurred that crashed out China. The male to female exchange at this stage of the race. We'll see how they all handle it. And so far, so good. There's the exchange at the back of your screen for Czechia. Germany still leading. And Warren back on the ice for the United States. Germany is in the green, slightly ahead of Poland. Ostlander with Warren in second position. Gonzalez of Spain third. And Germany beginning to stretch out a bit of a lead. Warren is trying to rid herself away from Gonzalez. The three teams in this heat are all faster than pace set by Poland. And now ready for what will be the final exchange here. Germany still in front. Dombach preparing. And here comes the exchange for Team Germany. There's a little shove, and Germany is on its way. And the United States exchange to Karl Platz. The bell for Germany and Dombach. The United States second, Czechia up for third, and there is Izquierdo in fourth position for Spain. Hendrik Dombach leading the way for Germany around the final corner. The United States in second with Karl Platz. And Dombach handles the corner on his way to the finish line. Spain making a run at the U.S. in the final couple of meters. Very close for second. And the United States in a dead heat for second place. But Germany wins the heat in 2:58.56. The United States and Spain tie 2:59.64. So one more heat to go. Germany, your leader. And the United States and Spain right now tied for second. Well, Korea and Belgium, gold and silver in the mixed in Nagano, they do not have entries. Canada was the other team on the podium in Nagano, winning bronze. And they will have Anders Johnson this time, not Zhao, but Anders Johnson and Evgeny Blondin coming up in this final heat. Italy, the Netherlands, and Norway will round it out. So one more to go. Team USA right now tied for second with Spain. And now they will depart the ice, and we'll have one more set of skaters. 4 teams, all to remain on this ice for World Cup Milwaukee. So on they come. They're the Norwegians. Bjørn Magnussen, Julie Nistad Samsonen. There's Blondin and Anders Johnson for Canada. Blondin is used to being on World Cup medals in basically any event she can. Took a bronze in this event in World Cup 1. And for the Italians, Arianna Fontana is scheduled to be the female entrant along with Riccardo Loureiro. Fontana earlier today finished second in the B division of the women's 1500. You know Fontana from her unbelievable pedigree on the short track, but trying to qualify for the Olympics in her home country next year in both long and short track. So much like what we've seen from Suzanne Schulting, although Schulting almost by result of an injury is getting her workout in on the long track and faring pretty well. Fontana, she's trying to have success on both the long and short track, not because of injury, but this is something she wants to do before her career winds down. She was scheduled to be part of the duo here for Italy. And now they will spread out across the ice again. Just the second time. Where do we go? Referee. Chihiro Nozaki is the referee. Roland Steenbeck from Germany is the starter. They're having a little fun, right? Blondin and Anders Johnson. So there's Evgeny Blondin. And it will not be Fontana. Didn't think that was her getting on the ice. It'll be Sarita Perger instead. So Perger out for Italy. Fontana will not race. And here from the Netherlands, this is a quality team. Wesley Dijs and Angel Daleman. And from Norway in helmets 11, Sam Sunsen and Magnussen. So the mixed relay, final event, final heat. Final time we'll see Blondin on this Milwaukee ice. She's been busy this weekend. There's Perger. The teenager from the Netherlands, Daleman. And Samsonsen. 2:58.56, the leading time for Germany. And by the way, how about Spain right now is in podium contention. They're tied for second with the United States. And much like short track, you just don't know how a race like this will play out, whether it's time or whether it's exchanges. Would that be something to see Spain collect a World Cup medal in the mixed relay? You never know. Here we go. It's Evgeny Blondin of Canada, Perger of Italy second, Daleman of the Netherlands third. And now the first exchange. These are going to be critical. And Blondin makes the shove, and they'll send Anders Johnson on his way. And Italy on the ice with Lorello. Wesley Deich in second position. Norway's Bjorn Magnusson is now up at a third. So clean exchanges. And again, the exchange trouble we saw from China in the opening heat came on the exchange we are about to witness. Middle of the race, from the male skaters to the female skaters. You have speed, you have angles, you have strength. And can they execute without any major mistakes here? Here it comes. And now they're in the zone. Here's the exchange. They're looking for their partners. Italy is away. The Dutch are away. Everybody's safely through. So now back to Perger and Italy in front, but they're still short of the time set by Germany. Netherlands right now second, Canada third, Norway fourth. But every team outside the lead of Germany by a little more than a second. So Perger. And now Dalaman takes the lead for the Netherlands. Drafting is Blondin of Canada. They're trying to break away and pick up some time, but they're still 2.5 seconds off the pace. One last exchange coming. Germany looking quite good at this stage. Here's the last exchange coming up on the zone. The Netherlands and Canada are 1-2. Are the exchanges clean? Here they come. And in tandem, yes, they are. And now the sprint is on. Here's the bell, last lap, and they're within a second. Germany 2:58.56, and speeding away from the Dutch, it's Wesley Deich. 2:58.56 to beat Germany. 2:59.64 right now is a tie for silver of the U.S. and Spain. But it is all the Netherlands here in the final lap and a half. Wesley Deich to the line, looking for gold, and gets it for the Netherlands. And Canada up for silver, 2:58.01. Norway, 2:58.02 will take bronze. And that will knock Germany, the United States, and Spain all from the podium. So gold to the Dutch, Deich and Dalaman. Canada silver with Blondin and Johnson. And Norway bronze, Samsonsen and Magnusson. So all out of the last heat. Gold, silver, bronze. So the Dutch will lead Milwaukee with one more goal. This one will come in the mass start. The exchange is, as you might imagine, careful. Dalaman and Deich really took control. And Wesley Deich stomps across that line, the index finger extended. Gold to the kingdom. Nice way to finish. A very good weekend for Team Netherlands. Femke Kok sweeping the 2 500s on the women's side. De Jong, bronze in the 1,000. Joy Buna, gold in the 1,500. Buna, bronze in the 3,000. Gold in the team pursuit for the Netherlands women. Gold in the mass start for Groenewoud. Now on the men's side, Jorrit Bergsma, gold in the men's mass start. It's a big surprise. Kjell Naus in a couple of podiums this week. Bronze in the 1,000. Silver in the 1,500. And Yenning de Beau, a couple of silvers in the 1,000 behind Stolz. And the 500 yesterday behind Jordan Stolz. Big weekend for the Dutch. Big weekend for Jordan Stolz of the United States. Aaron Jackson, a couple of silvers in the women's 500. Team USA men claim the team pursuit. Women get bronze in the team pursuit. And Manganello, a bronze in the mass. Brittany Bowe, solid 1,000 silver as well. So those are the big storylines. Stolz and the Americans and the Dutch in basically all events show their dominance. A memorable weekend for Lola Brigida. A couple of individual medals, a gold in the 3,000, silver in the mass. Sander Eicher winning the 5,000 for Norway. Shinhama finally slaying Jordan Stolz today in the 500 meter. That's a big storyline. And Jort Bergsma might be my favorite story of the weekend. A 39-year-old winning the men's mass start. Official results, or unofficial anyway, they're still taking a look. Netherlands, Norway, Canada. And they've readjusted the time. It looked like Norway was 100th behind Canada. Now they've readjusted it to a tie for the silver, 258.01. Yeah, broader smiles for Norway. Upgraded. Now they've taken it to the 1,000th. And Norway, by 1/1,000th, is elevated to the silver. Canada 1/1,000th slower, so Evgeny Blondin and Anders Johnson will win the bronze. So it is Netherlands, Norway, and Canada. That is now your official results. Gold, silver, and bronze. Little extra cash. And a different color medal for Sam Sonsen and Magnuson. Well, a couple of week break. World Cup will resume with the final two World Cup events. Poland, February 21st through the 23rd. And then to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Herenveen, February 28th through March 2nd. And then the World Single Distance Championships in Hamar, Norway, March 13th through the 16th. We will have coverage of all of those events beginning in the middle of February. So the weekend in Milwaukee, first time the World Cup has been here in 2 decades, is officially closed. Big weekend for the Netherlands, huge weekend again for Jordan Stolz, and some memorable races, Lola Brigida, Shinhama, and Bergsma. Hope you enjoy the broadcast all weekend long. We thank you for your support, your loyalty of ISU Speed Skating for our entire crew. I'm Patrick Heenis. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will talk with you in a couple of weeks for World Cup Poland. Once again, so long from Milwaukee. Thank you for being with us. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.
You would have got too far behind maybe to catch up.
Yeah, Florida, pizza.
Ja, det er sykt framstrekt.
moments, the medal ceremony for the mixed relays to go.
Ora partecipa.
Slingshot wasn't too bad.
No, it was okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna miss it.
Yeah, I was worried about throwing you into his blades initially.
I was just gonna fiddle my wrist.
Turn it on. The worst films I've used. Because I was sweating so bad. Yeah.
What yank can I do? You're able to. Du tar på jakke da.
Ja, jag kör det varmare. Vad gör jag? Och jag får så jävla flyg.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, everybody back home. Hope you're watching. Had a lot of fun out here. See you guys back home soon. From Milwaukee, signing out.
representing Canada, Anders Johnson and Ivani Blondin. Congratulations, Team Canada. In a photo finish, silver medalists representing Norway, Bjorn Magnusson and Julia Nisted Samsonsen. And the gold medalist representing the Netherlands with a world record time of 2:56.56, the team of Wesley Dees and Angel Dalaman. Ladies and gentlemen, our congratulations for the ISU World Cup Mixed Relay winners and world record holders, Wesley Dees and Angel Dalaman, and the medalists, silver medalists from Norway, Bjorn Magnusson and Julia Nisted Samsonsen, and bronze medalists representing Canada, Anders Johnson and Ivani Blondin. Congratulations, competitors.
Thank you.
I'm Lance Allen, along with DJ Stretch. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you all.
Moeten jullie even samen op de foto behandelen? Ja, precies.
Neem het ook gewoon bij.
Maar dan hebben we niet genoeg. Ja, dat is goed.
Oh nee, kut, dan hebben we er niet genoeg.